So we see that the cube body diagonal, this is square root of 3, it's actually segmented into 3 identical distances. So the square root of 3 is divided into 3, where if we flip it like this, there are no divisions in here. This is from a 2 frequency cube actually, and this triangle is from a 1 frequency cube. So it's this one. So we see how this is all meshed up. So they claiming that Buckminster Fuller come up with this tetrahedron, which is neither left or right. Once again, it is a great overstatement to giving credit to Buckminster Fuller for an invention or discovery of a tetrahedron which was known to Pythagoras and also studied by more contemporary mathematicians like Hilbert, De, Coxeter, Struik, and countless others. The cells of the Archimedean honeycomb duos are clearly depicted by Guy Inchbald in his chart. The chart starts with the characteristic tetrahedron, which is this one, the chart starts with this tetrahedron. It's called characteristic tetrahedron, and this is the smallest block in that whole chart, and this is what the chart starts with. This quadrirectangular tetrahedron is 1/6 of the cube, as I have demonstrated already, and it's also depicted in a chart. Again, it was completely missed by Synergetics and Buckminster Fuller and all his followers. And this is a very crucial fact, because the cube cannot be divided into any less than 6-volume identical tetrahedron. The trirectangular tetrahedron, which is of course this MITES, this one, is 1/24 of the cube. I mean, 3 of these don't make a small cube. You need 24 of these to make a 2-frequency cube, which I already showed it against the A and B modules, and a cube made strictly from MITES. And we see that they are same size of cubes, but they are different, built by different methods. But so this blocks, 24 of them build a 2-frequency cube. So by this demonstration, the trirectangular tetrahedron, or MITE, clearly does not qualify as the minimal irregular tetrahedron. MITE is not cleverly named as Kirby states. It is only wrongly labeled. The dimensions of this tetrahedron are derived from a cube. This is edge 1. This is the height of the cube. Height of the cube, that's edge 1. This is the cube face diagonal. You guys see that. Square root of 2. And this edge is square root of 3. Oh, I can't show it on this one. But this edge is square root of 3. It's here. Anybody can see it. And these two are composed of edge 1 twice. You guys can see it. So we see that the MITE is definitely not the minimal irregular tetrahedron, and that doesn't matter which scale we do in it, which blocks we show. I just showed it to everybody, to the whole world, that MITE is not a minimal irregular tetrahedron. Fourth statement by Kirby. Our minimal tetrahedral space filler is MITE, Kirby states. Well, all I have to say is that there are only two minimal irregular tetrahedrons which are neither left or right, are solid kite and the octant. Excuse me. So once again, these three blocks versus that block. So we see that any of my blocks is 50% smaller than the MITE. Just to make sure that this is clear to everybody. The fifth statement by Kirby: the autosheaf of this cube in regular polytopes, Coxeter is left and right. Coxeter is left and right. These are the characteristic tetrahedron. That's why we add a half MITE or SMACIO per David Koski, Kirby adds. Now I am very surprised because synergetic has been on for decades. I don't know, 4, 5, 6 decades. I don't know how long. And suddenly Kirby says that they come up with this division of the MITE into two blocks because Coxeter is left and right, so suddenly David Koski came up with these SMACIOs, as he names them. Well, this statement is totally unethical, to say at least, or downright dirty, sleazy, cheap and low, as any inventor would say. It seems very suspicious that after years me trying to describe this characteristic tetrahedron, I have named double corner because I was not aware of this characteristic tetrahedron or Coxeter or even synergetics at that time when I started working on this. So no one from synergy or group seemed to have any importance for this block, even though we exchanged countless, dozens upon dozens of emails, pictures, websites, photos. Some other people backed me up. It was always my accent and and so on and so forth. So and they claimed that it doesn't have importance because it's a part of the cube, and Buckminster Fuller hated cubes the same way most of his followers do. Cube is unimportant, unstable, and not nature-like. Sad to say that the trirectangular tetrahedron, also known as MITE, or this one, whichever one of the, is also an orthoseme. It is 1/24 of the cube. Cube, not tetrahedron, is a 1/24 of the cube, and all its dimensions are derived from a cube, as I already have shown. Because this MITE invention is Bucky's, so it's claimed, the relationship to the cube is somehow denied, or the synergy guys are just totally misled. The only fact about the MITE is that the MITE is twice the size of any of the three blocks derived from a cube. Years ago, after countless exchanges between Kirby and other Synergio members regarding the cube dissection and the unique attributes of the double corner respectively, were all ignored. Even after I have sent the whole working model to Kirby, the lowest common denominator structuring, the wide range of applications, the ability to build a whole concentric magnitude of solids of the lowest scale, and operating with the least number of blocks for any structuring were totally overlooked. As well, the capacity to work at 90-degree as well 60-degree coordinate matrix was totally ignored. Surprisingly, after Kirby mailed the cube back to me, the only comment he made was that the cube is too heavy.